this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to design a byte splint in EXOCAD. And with that, I'm also going to show you a little bit about the Articulator function in EXOCAD software and how to use it in designing your splint, and also how easy it makes it for you then to have something that fits really well and fits in with your occlusion later on. So I hope you enjoy it, and let us know if you have any questions about it or if you have any comments about the video. Okay, yes, so the most important thing when you start off with your case is to do a proper setup of your case. And as you know, in EXOCAD you've got to set up the case properly from the beginning. And that is also important that you get your names and everything right of the patient so you can have a proper database. Select the jaw that you want to put the splint on. On this one we're going to do it in the upper jaw. And we're going to select a minimal thickness, occlusal thickness of about 2 to 3 millimeters, depending on what you want. Click OK, then select the antagonist. No virtual extractions on this one. And then also select your scan mode. And here it is important that you select an articulator function as well. So we are selecting the Denar articulator. Once you've done that, click on Save. And then you will see all of your functions on the right hand side, the actions become active. So I'm just checking if it's recording properly. And then click on Design, and then your CAD software will load up nicely. So we're just waiting for this to load up. And then as it starts, it's going to ask you, and this is a little bit that you've got to pay attention to. On the top left-hand corner, it says Load Jaw Scan, and it starts with upper jaw. So just pay attention to that. We're going to load the upper jaw bit in there. And then we're going to load up the antagonist. And these scans were done with the Prime scan, and I've exported them through the Case Connect Center inbox that comes free with every license or every scanner bought with Sirona. Then set up your orientation. I normally set it up that I have a proper occlusal view of everything. And then the byte splint bottom is, I normally just keep all of the settings as the standard settings on EXOCAD. I don't change anything there. So it will design the bottom first. So what it means with the bottom is the actual fitting surface onto the teeth. And then once it's designed this, if you're happy with how it looks like, then there's not much you can change here except if you change the angle of placement. But you can see the areas that are highlighted in green is where there are undercuts, according to that arrow, according to that angle of placement, which is from your occlusal view that you set up at the beginning. When you look at this, the upper scan is okay, but the bottom scan has got a little bit of noise and extra material around it that we don't want in there, especially if you're going to use the articulator function. Those things get in the way. So I'm going to just quickly shift over to expert mode, click on the lower jaw, and then load the scan data editor or the 3D data editor. And with this you can now cut away all of the unwanted bits of your scan that you don't want there. That is going to just influence how it looks like. And the reason for this is, especially when you're doing the articulator function, is that there is a possibility that those little bits can intrude into your jaw movement on the articulator. The software will see it as an intrusion and will prevent that from then working, or your articulator working properly. So I'd just like to make it a very nice clean scan. So once we've deleted all of that and it looks nice and clean, then we can click on OK. And then we can go back to the, I'm just checking if the upper one is okay. You can see there's a little bit on there. So what you need to do is you need to just remove that little bit there. No, I haven't selected the actual jaw properly. So you'll see what you need to do is you actually have to click on the jaw first. So click on the jaw first, and then you see it changes color slightly. Click on the Scan Data Editor, switch off the antagonist. Now you should be able to cut that little bit away. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, so I like to have everything looking very nice when we are designing these. Click on OK, and then you can click back onto the wizard. Okay, and now we're on the articulator, or the virtual articulator page. It will load up the occlusal plane that you see in that sort of purple color, and also the articulator. So what I do is I deselect those. I click on automatic for the jaw correction, and then I'm just trying to get the model to be looking straight towards you. Your first point is the incisal point, and the second points are supposed to be on the left molar and then on the right molar. I've just clicked it here just to show you, if you choose the premolar, say for example you have a patient that doesn't have molars, you can click on the premolars for it to align.